interesting story about how my past diverged, accounting versus professional soccer. But I was doing an internship
Mhm.
with PricewaterhouseCoopers. This is like my senior year of college.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to get drafted in the MLS. And I'm sitting there like on the old school, if you remember, the old school computers that had like dial-up internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that
I'm from that era.
you're from the era. Good. Yeah, yeah. High five that era. That's it was an era, I tell my kids all the time, like, we didn't have these things.
Never know.
They'll never get it. But I was, watching the MLS draft
Mhm.
2003 and hoping I would get drafted.
Mhm.
So there's 60 different picks. I think it was 6 rounds at the time. And
Mhm.
so, I was told that, I'd have a good chance of,
Mhm.
going pro. So I'm like sitting there, like just hitting the refresh button, while all the other accountants are in the room, like, doing their auditing thing. And I'm like, like refresh.
I can't imagine that moment.
Yeah, so I was just like, it was just like I would, hit the refresh button, it would just like slowly load, like that. So I went through this, like it was like an hour, 2 hours of just this like madness, and I saw friends get picked, and guys I played against, and then get to the 59th pick. I'm like, it's gotta be me, it's gotta be me. Scroll down, nope, it's not me. And I'm like, that's it. Like, I'm not going to play professional soccer. Like, I'm going to be an accountant the rest of my life, which is not a bad thing necessarily. But I was in a bad space.
Right, right.
So I got a phone call from the Colorado Rapids at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the assistant coach was like, "Hey, we didn't draft you, but would you like to come out and try out?" And I was like, I was kind of upset.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, well, you didn't draft me. Am I not good enough to be drafted? You drafted all these other guys. So I went and talked to my college coach at the time. His name is Chad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Chad, I think I'm just gonna like sit this one out, wait till the next year, see what happens. And he's like, you are an idiot. An idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You should take your opportunity right now and
Do it.
take that tryout. So I was like, okay. So I took it, and I showed up with this like huge chip on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had something to prove.
Yeah.
And every single training session I was like, look, it's like it's either me or you, right, for the other draft picks. And it was like a 2 week trial.
Wow.
And at the end of it, head coach sits me down and it's like, Nat, you know what, like, we think you're good.